Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A Wilkes-Barre man is facing a list of charges after police say he assaulted a business owner. Investigators say 24-year-old Kobe Quinnell Thomas was inside Elite Massage on Wilkes-Barre Township Boulevard when he was caught performing a lewd act. According to police, when the owner confronted him, Thomas attacked her, stole her cell phone, and fled. With the assistance of Hanover Township Police, officers tracked down the vehicle and arrested Thomas. He is now facing several charges, including robbery, indecent exposure, open lewdness, harassment, and theft. Luzerne County says it's saving millions of dollars thanks to a new debt refinancing plan approved by the council. The Luzerne County Council voted Tuesday night to move forward with a new debt refinancing plan. This plan will refinance nearly $59 million in county debt. Officials say improved market conditions boosted the projected savings to about $3.5 million, a $500,000 more than expected just last week. The county will save roughly $800,000 in the first year alone. Leaders say that should help avoid a property tax increase in 2026. The vote passed 10-1, with Councilwoman Joanna Bryn Smith opposed. The county expects to finalize the bond transaction by October 10th. The Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry announced that the seasonally adjusted unemployment rate rose to 4.6% for the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area in July. The unemployment rate across the Commonwealth held at 4%, and the national rate rose to 4.2%. Healthcare and social assistance reached a record high of over 47,000 jobs, adding 2,400 over the year. Education and health services had the largest gain with 2,800 jobs added. Experts say the increased rate gives no reason to panic yet, but does indicate that the job market may be cooling and it's something to keep an eye on in the future. The Butler Township Police Department has released a surveillance photo as part of a theft investigation at a TJ Maxx. They are looking for any information the public may have about the person in the photo, including their identity. If you know this person or have any information about the theft, you can call 911 or contact Patrolman Dovidio of the Butler Township Police Department and reference incident number 25-000-5945. The Hazleton City Police Department is on the lookout for a male individual wanted on charges of child endangerment. According to authorities, Francisco Henriquez, age 29, is wanted in connection of a reported incident involving an 11-year-old child. According to an affidavit, Henriquez physically assaulted the child and is now charged with endangering the welfare of children, harassment, simple assault, strangulation, and recklessly endangering another person. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Henriquez is asked to submit a tip on the Hazleton City Police Crime Watch page or simply call 911. The FBI is offering a $10,000 award for information of a series of armored truck robberies. Officials say multiple suspects in the Philadelphia region are wanted in connection with the robberies that started between June 26 and August 12, 2025. According to the FBI, 2 to 3 suspects were seen at each incident and are considered armed and dangerous. Officials also report that the suspects used multiple stolen vehicles, each with dark-tinted windows. The FBI is urging anyone with information to contact them immediately or submit a tip online at tips.fbi.gov. Pennsylvania State Police are stepping up DUI enforcement this holiday weekend. Troopers from the Hazleton Barracks say they will be running sobriety checkpoints from Friday through Monday in parts of southern Luzerne and Carbon counties. At these checkpoints, officers will briefly stop vehicles to look for signs of drug or alcohol impairment. State police remind drivers that refusing to stop or evading a checkpoint is a serious crime, one that can carry felony charges up to 7 years in prison and fines as high as $15,000. Coming up on WYLN News, the Hazleton community came together to celebrate the memory of a beloved coach. Plus, if you love history and are experiencing a bit of the past, we have 2 exciting events happening in the area this weekend. But first we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton's emergency room team. Your experts in any emergency. When emergencies happen, minutes and expertise count. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton is now part of Jefferson Health.
My name is Eddie and tomorrow's going to be rainy.
want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, we're going to talk about spinal decompression, where you gently traction the spine to take pressure off of the disc. It has saved people's lives. Literally, they were going to commit suicide. So watch the show, see how traction could help you.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention, WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Health professionals gathered at Can-Do Community Park Thursday to offer a free walk-up clinic and medical advice to residents of our area. Rising Tide Wellness and the Luzerne Foundation sponsored the event, which featured doctors, dentists, nurses, and a number of other health specialists. They were available to answer questions, provide screenings, and administer vaccinations to people of all ages. The event also featured music and food to make it a more fun and inclusive atmosphere for everyone. Students, parents, faculty, and staff gathered at the Hazleton Elementary Middle School Wednesday night to celebrate the life of beloved coach Juan Silva. Silva was the Hazleton Elementary Middle School basketball coach and worked for 20 years in the Hazleton Area School District. He passed away this year at the age of 46. Cherished memories were shared and videos of Silva were shown to honor all the dedication and heart that he brought to the Hazleton community. His name was also painted on the castle's basketball court floor in his memory. Representative Rob Bresnahan will be at the Hazleton City Fire Department Southside Station Thursday evening for a live electrical demonstration from PPL. The 7200-volt exhibit shows how to identify and avoid electrical hazards through a scaled-down replica of an electrical grid. Trained PPL staff demonstrates the electrical distribution of live transmission lines, utility poles, and transformers. They also recreate what happens when items like ladders, shovels, and more come in contact with power lines, often creating sparks and fire. Representative Bresnahan will kick off the event at 6:30 p.m. with a 45-minute demonstration following after. Freeland is kicking off their 150th anniversary celebration with a series of monthly events that highlight its rich history. On Saturday, there will be a history walk throughout the borough to spotlight treasured landmarks and the people who lived there. The walk will also pass through cemeteries to visit the Founding Fathers and explore their fascinating histories. The event is from noon until 5 p.m. and is free, but a donation is appreciated. You can register through their Facebook page at Freeland PA 150th Celebration. The 18th Coal Miners Heritage Festival will be held this Sunday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. at the No. 9 Coal Mine and Museum in Lansford. People from all over are invited to celebrate the history and culture of the anthracite coal region while enjoying games, crafts, food, music, and more. Mining artifacts and machinery will be on display, and festival goers can enjoy coal region souvenirs and ethnic foods. Kids can participate in historic games like coal sack races. The popular coal shoveling competition will be held at 2 p.m. You can find more information about the event on the No. 9 Coal Mine and Museum's Facebook page. Coming up on Lansford's News Choice, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Part 4 of Hughesville. And stay right here on Wyln. We'll be right back.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on Wyln, Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Cooking rice just isn't nice.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1-2-3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Hey, did you know Wyln posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. Wyln, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
My name is Evelyn Tomorrow NBA Wayne.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
Hughesville developed into a vibrant small town in the early 20th century. The many rural farms around the community allowed numerous dairies to thrive, among them Price's, House Connects, and Krause's Dairies. Numerous small businesses were also thriving in town, among them Jeremiah Kelly's hardware store. The textile boom that spread across Pennsylvania in the early 1900s also reached Hughesville, with the Schindel Silk Mill pouring out numerous silken wares. Americans take pride in being able to tackle any problem with ingenuity. One Hughesville resident would do that many times over during his lifetime. Clarence Faust had been born in Hughesville in 1900. Dad Faust, as he was known by locals, had left school after 4th grade and went to work in Picture Rock's ladder factory. He and his older brother Leroy eventually opened a garage on Main Street. An inventor at heart, Faust would build the first house trailer east of the Mississippi River in 1930 after seeing some during a trip to St. Louis. His ingenuity would then be put to use when another brother, Harry Faust, mentioned to him that he was having difficulty unloading his wagons at the local grain silo due to being too close to the highway, and that he wondered if there was a way to make the wagons easier to turn. Clarence took up the challenge and spent all the following winter devising a 5th wheel that made it easier for wagons to turn. He and his brothers purchased the former chair factory on Cemetery Street and produced their 5th wheel wagons and trailers there. Meanwhile, Clarence Faust, who had the honor of being the 3rd man in Pennsylvania to receive a pilot's license many years before, set about building a seaplane in his spare time on Beaver Lake near Hughesville. Taking 3 years to build, the eventual seaplane had a 60-horsepower engine built from automobile parts. This airplane building experience would come in handy during World War II, when Faust was contracted by the government to build airplane propellers for the war effort. He would earn the Army-Navy E Award for his effective production of propellers over the course of the war. Clarence's dad, Faust, died in 1969 and rested in Hughesville's Pleasant Hill Cemetery. Today, almost every tractor-trailer on America's roadways uses his 5th wheel design. In the early 20th century, the land at the junction of today's routes 220 and 405 was owned by farmer Henry A. Glidewell, who would sell meats in Williamsport. Soon he turned his attention to Hughesville, where he expanded his wares to include bread, candy, and dairy products. Soon his business was successful enough that his wagon became too small for it, so Glidewell built a store on his property to sell his products. It also included a tea room where sandwiches and ice cream were sold to guests. Glidewell's store proved popular, and in 1922 he added a 30-foot by 60-foot pavilion on the property. This included an electric piano, which first played for a dance at the pavilion on June 1, 1922. Soon dances became a regular attraction on Glidewell's property, with some visitors sitting in their cars outside and listening to the music playing in the pavilion. Glidewell added a pair of tourist cabins to the site, which had originally been called Glidewell's Grove, but by then was popularly known as Shady Nook Park. As there was no running water at the site, guests in them had to walk 200 yards for bathroom facilities. Despite this, however, the cabins would be frequently rented during Shady Nook Park's heyday. Perhaps the best-known guest to stay in Henry Glidewell's cabins was Jim Thorpe, who stayed there twice in the late 1930s when he was working for the federal government. It is believed that Thorpe's stops in Hughesville was the closest he ever came to setting foot in the Carbon County seat of Mauch Chunk, which would be renamed Jim Thorpe after his death in 1953. In addition to the dance hall, guests at Shady Nook Park could take in the historic lions-covered bridge on the property, swim in its dam, and for the younger guests, enjoy the park's playground equipment. The death of Henry Glidewell in 1942 marked the beginning of the end of Shady Nook Park. Land was sold after his passing, and today the Angus Inn stands on its site. The land around Crystal Lake near Hughesville was the host for many summers to the summer home of Mrs. Bessie Laughlin, who with her husband, steel magnate J. Page Laughlin, made many improvements to the land, including numerous lodges to complement their cabin. By 1948, the now widow Mrs. Laughlin, who was a member of the First Church of Christ Science, decided to sell her property, believing it would make a wonderful site for a summer camp. She placed an ad in the Christian Science Monitor advertising the impending sale, which was seen by Charlie and Kay Alford of Washington, D.C. The Alfords had previously run summer camps in Cape Cod, Connecticut, and New Hampshire, and agreed with Bessie Laughlin that her land in Crystal Lake would be perfect for a camp. Crystal Lake camps opened for campers in 1949 with 50 attendees, with boys and girls lodged separately. Charlie and Kay's son Joe assumed control of the camp in 1961, and then in 1984 it was turned over to the nonprofit Crystal Lake Camps Corporation. Crystal Lake Camp, now a co-educational facility, remains in operation today. The first school in Hughesville was a log cabin built in 1818. Many decades later, a formal high school was built on South Main Street for $7,000. A new high school was built on Main Street in 1927. At this time, Hughesville High's colors were orange and blue, and its nickname was the Moose. In 1946, Hughesville High School merged with high schools in Picture Rocks and Lairdsville to create the East Lycoming School District. High schools enjoying Franklin, Jordan, Mill Creek, Moreland, Penn, Shrewsbury, and Wolfe Townships joined the district by 1952. The current Hughesville Junior and Senior High School buildings opened on Cemetery Street in 1955. Today, the Hughesville High School Spartans bring much pride to the community in a variety of sports, and Hughesville High graduates are proud to make a difference in the wider world.
My name is Ellie and tomorrow's going to be rainy.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.